It is time for your midday Tuesday follow the market day time. Christine, how are you doing today on episode 24 of By the Rumor?
I can't believe it's episode 24. I'm doing great. It's gloomy out here. How is it over there?
It is sunny. It is sunny,
Wow.
but it's been gloomy. We had gloomy last week, a lot of rain. But yeah, now it's okay. Before we get started, I will play something from Gavin Newsom. I want you to hear before we get started. Yeah. I know you're fearless leader. I wanted to see what you thought of him. But welcome everybody to episode 24 of By the Rumor. We've done 23 of these already. Every Tuesday at this time, we get here and we discuss several things to deal with technology, pop culture, trading, and how all of that kind of ties together. You can see these topics right here to Christine's left, your right on the screen. And we'll talk about each of those, as well as Christine's going to tell us a little bit about some betting markets with Taylor and Travis, if you know who those two people are, two rando people that she's picked to follow. And then I want to talk about flexible integrated circuits and how they're going to change your life. No one's ever heard of them, but that's what I like to do, is bring you things that maybe you've never heard of before. Also, Christine, are you able to I know you're over there on the West Coast and it's probably pretty early over there. What is it? It's like 11 right now, right? And you have a job where you can, you don't have to get up like at 5 in the morning or anything like that. Are you able to just kind of get up, get a good yawn in and get at a nice leisurely pace before you join us on here?
Yeah.
That's
For
awesome.
the most part, yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been up by a few hours, usually doing carpool and all those fun things. By the time we're on here, one more thing you can do on here, so you can relax this morning. Not you, Christine, but those that are listening, is share out the space. So if you can share out the space, get as many people in here as possible, so we can have as many people live as listening as possible. Although if you listen, afterwards on the recording, that is great too. All right, so Christine, before we get started, I'd already made the topics up, and then I saw this as I was kind of doing my show prep, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this gentleman, Gavin Newsom. I don't know if you can see him there on the screen, but I wanted to get your thoughts on what he says right here. Let me see if I can turn
prediction.
this.
I know we talked about the Taylor Swift prediction, and if you want a real prediction, I know we talked about the Taylor Swift prediction. The real prediction is, we're about to put a meme coin out, and you know what, Donald Trump, we'll see how well your coin does versus our coin. I mean, we're just trying to turn up the heat and trying to tune people into the absurdity.
Is it going to be called Gavin coin?
No, it's, I think, Trump corruption coin. And if you want a real prediction, I know we talked about the Taylor Swift prediction. The real prediction is, we're.
So there you go, Christine. How many thousands of your hard-earned dollars are you going to put into Gavin coin?
Is he really going to call it Trump corruption coin?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell if he was
If
serious.
he's serious, yeah.
Well, I guarantee you, I beyond a shadow of a doubt, that token's already, Trump corruption coin is already out there. Somebody's already tried to make a buck
As
off
soon
this.
as he said it, I'm sure it was out by others. But the bright side of all this is it's pushing everyone to just dabble in crypto.
Well, that's what I was
Just
about to
because,
say.
I don't know.
If he puts out Trump corruption coin or Gavin coin, whatever it's called, are people ready to buy? Like, I know just degens will buy it, but are the Democrats ready to learn how a phantom wallet works and things like that? I don't know that they are. I don't know that many of the establishment is, and that's who I think might be following. I don't even.
I
know
bet
who's
you
following him.
people were calling, or they're gonna call their banks like, "Hi, I would like to buy Trump corruption coin.
Yes, and they'll
Can
be
you
like,
help me?"
well, it's a lot like whenever you and I used to call watch shops and say do you guys take ApeCoin?
Oh,
And the
yeah.
answer that they would get there, we would get there. So yeah, if you're in California, I guess if you're not in California, you can get that. I can tell you this morning on the radio, Christine, I heard, and I've seen an advertisement for this in the Dallas airport, Texit coin. Whenever we secede from y'all evil United States, there's Texit coin that you can get. And they must be doing well enough because they had an ad on major radio today. So
No way.
yeah, and billboards within DFW Airport. So
Wow. Have you
somebody-
looked into it? Like how
I have not. Yeah, see if you can look up Texit coin and tell me what its market cap is. Don't tell me what it is per coin, because that doesn't tell me anything. But they must be doing something if they can afford DFW airport ads, as well as just radio ads. What, you got it up? You got
Texit coin price, but I need the market cap.
Yeah, I need market cap. See if you can find that while everybody is sharing out the room in here. And should I get it? That's what I need. I need you to tell me.
I'm surprised you don't have it just because.
Just because, and I have thought about it. And I'll tell you what, I saw it at DFW. I was on vacation, and then you do the vacation, you don't think about it, and then I heard the advertisement this morning on the radio, and I thought, which surprised me, and I thought, oh, I need to look into this. I'll tell you the way it started.
Okay.
It said something along the lines of, what is this?
147
million?
Yeah.
Holy moly! Okay, why didn't I get on that on that
know.
early? I wasn't advertised. I didn't know. I
don't know.
Forgive me. All right.
Just like we didn't get it on Trump coin because we're like,
Well, Trump corruption coin is not out yet. So, well, it is out. We know.
yeah, but Trump coin. Remember we talked about when Trump coin
yes.
came out, and we're like, nah. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it went up. But in the end, we were right because it did crash down afterwards. And so
In the end, we're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, Gavin, your coin will do that too. By the way, if he thinks his is the coin, that's going to be amazing. My guess is he doesn't understand meme coins. All right, with that, let's move on to our stories. We'll start out with the top story of the day, which is the Solana Seeker. Let me get this thing started. We'll do 3 minutes for each one of these. Solana Seeker is a new crypto phone. And want to know, is it a hit or a miss? It's under review for its performance and crypto capabilities. Doesn't compete with flagship devices like an iPhone or a Samsung S25 Ultra in general performance, but it offers unique features for crypto enthusiasts, such as a seed vault for secure asset storage. Do you remember when they came out with the first one, which is called the Saga, not the Seeker?
Yeah.
but
Did
the
you get
Saga?
that one?
I did not get that one. Do you remember at the peak of that, the airdrops that came down from people that got the Solana Saga? It was almost $1,500 at the peak of that, and people paid like $400 for the phone. So, are they going to do that? Because I do have one on order, and I don't have it. People are getting them. I'm seeing them, but no love for the voice of DeFi on these Solana Seekers, and assuming it's going to come here eventually. But anyway, am I going to get blessed with more than $1,000 of an airdrop?
I know. I wonder if they're still gonna do it that way.
I'm seeing different talks about it like that. Here's the other thing, and you talked about this the other day. So this phone is supposed to be a hardware wallet. You, the other day, lost your phone. You were concerned about keeping your crypto on it, and I think you've maybe kind of changed how you do things maybe with your mobile wallets. Is this a good idea to use as your everyday phone to have all your crypto right there on it?
I know, especially if people see and recognize that you have a Solana phone, would scammers and hackers be like, oh, look at that guy has like he's obviously into crypto because why would he have a Solana phone?
Right.
Let's steal that phone. Like you become a target. I would hope that Solana would create a phone that is secured somehow.
Yeah. You just mentioned a great thing where people would see the Solana phone and they're like, well, obviously this guy's deep into crypto. He probably has something on that wallet. And either they would steal the phone or put a wrench to your head, a gun to your head, and say, unlock the phone, that sort of thing. Kind of puts. Did you ever see during the height of the nano ledgers, they were advertising like diamond encrusted medallion ledgers to put as a medallion on your necklace? And I remember thinking, like,
Yeah,
why would I do that?
You're right. Why would you do that? A lot of rappers had it. I think Drake, Travis Scott, and stuff had it on their necklace.
And do you think that was a fashion accessory, or was there actual valuable crypto on those ledgers? Because there might have been.
I would hope not, but you
hope
never
not.
know. You never.
But you never know. That's right. That's right. So I will report back whenever I get one of these. I probably won't use it as my everyday phone. But yeah, I really just got it because I wanted to see kind of what it was like. All right, a smartphone usage limit is proposed in Japan. The city of Toyoki, I'm probably butchering that name, in Japan proposes an ordinance that will allow the limit of daily smartphone use to 2 hours outside of work or school. Although not binding in any way, the proposal has sparked discussions about screen time and its effects on physical and mental health. Would you think at the city of LA that they should do that they should limit outside of work only 2 hours of screen time? And I'm thinking we're talking mobile screen time, not TV screen time.
And that's outside of work?
It's outside of work or school. So you get off work, or for you, maybe before work, you can only have 2 hours. I don't know how they enforce this, by the way, but yeah, you only get 2 hours.
I don't think that would fly.
But I'm asking, would you sign up for this?
I couldn't even do it. I couldn't do it.
If I went to your phone right now and looked at usage, what would it tell me for daily use? And then what would be the app that would be the top app on there?
I don't know. I'm scared to look. Because you know how our phones have that where it shows your screen time? I ignore it.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared to look. I try to limit it myself personally, but I know I could do way more. I would say it's probably like, I don't even want to talk about it, okay? Because it's probably bad. Like, I'm always glancing on my phone. A lot of our work relies on messaging and, emails and
okay, let me
posting.
ask this then. You're at a group function, okay? A little get together, right? How often, and people are talking, they're having a good time, they're bringing you in, they're bringing everyone in your party in to talk of this conversation. How often do you check your phone in that scenario? Are you able to disconnect whenever there's like real life conversation going on, or do you still feel the pull of I should check X?
I don't know. I don't know. I have a problem.
You still do.
I have a problem. Okay.
Look, this isn't an intervention. I'm not trying to get you to stop anything. You can continue doing exactly what you're doing. I feel that pull a little bit if people are talking. I do try my best if people are actually actively talking to me to put my phone in my pocket. But then I start feeling and maybe you have this, do you feel the phantom vibration where it's just like, oh, got a message.
Yeah,
but then
I've had
it's not
that.
there.
Have you?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I check it and there's nothing there. And it just, my thigh is just vibrating.
That's the first sign of we have a problem.
Of a phone addiction is, well, I used to always have on sound on my phone, and then I started muting it because I would start hearing phantom dings or whatever, and then I was just like, I'll just turn that off. And now I feel phantom vibrations, and then I'll realize, oh, my phone isn't even in my pocket. So, yeah, it's not just you. It's not just you.
Okay.
All right.
Coming from the medical field, though.
Okay.
That didn't exist before, right? Before.
What do you mean,
all
like
this stuff.
phantom vibrations?
Like,
no.
Yeah, so that's like a pretty new thing. And what does that show? Like an addiction?
Yeah, I think it's addiction. To me, there was especially if you're one looking for like messages, not work messages, but like social messages, that little ding or that vibration is that dopamine anticipation of, oh, what's it gonna be? I'll tell you what's numbed me to it is notifications. No Dunkin' Donuts. I don't care that you're running a 50% off donut special for Labor Day. I don't care about that. But yet you're still going to. So anyway, I've started to turn off those, but it's made the rest of the dings and vibrations mean less to me. All right, next up, let's talk we're on the wrong one. McDonald's strategy. There we go. All right, let me bring this back. All right, McDonald's revives value meals to attract customers. In an attempt to attract budget-conscious customers, McDonald's is bringing back its extra value meals. The move is part of the fast food giant's strategy to enhance its affordable offerings. How many times a year do you find yourself at McDonald's, Christine?
So
is it zero?
I was gonna say it would be zero, but there's one across the street, and I think like just the economy taking such a huge dive and it being across the street and us having to work so much or take all the work that's coming in, I find that we'll send each other like, just go across the street, hurry up, like while your client is, you know, like waiting there, like you go, and then like we'll take turns. And I
So,
used to not eat meals at all.
so multiple times a week, would you say? 3 times a week? Does this happen? Somebody makes a
No,
McDonald's
no,
run?
no. I would say once every 2 weeks, maybe. And that's
Okay.
a lot, I feel.
It can. Well, this is what sucks. Okay, like the economy sucks, right? And what's the cheapest kind of food? It's also like the least healthy kind of food that you can get. Like you can go to McDonald's, and now they're reviving their value meals, and it's cheap to eat there. Is this going to be bad for? Is this fatten us up with McDonald's and then sell us the Ozempic shot to to cure all the McDonald's that we're
Oh
eating?
my God.
This
What a great idea for people that are behind it to make money, like pharmaceuticals and like just the medical industry to keep people not sick, but like slightly. And then McDonald's to be raking in the budget friendly.
Yeah, well, look, I like a budget friendly. I like whenever I go to a place and they have a dollar menu or something like that. Taco Bell was always really good at that. What about Taco Bell? Is that part of your diet?
I do like Taco Bell.
I do. Does it tear
Yeah.
you up? I'm sorry.
No, you know, people ask that, but it doesn't. But I know it's bad, so I try not to go there as much either. But I don't know. I do feel like this recession or the economy climate that we're in is pushing back to fast food.
Yeah,
So,
it is. It definitely is because it's like I said,
do
it's
you
so
think
cheap.
RFK being, yeah, but do you think RFK being in there and he's so in the know of like ingredients that we shouldn't be ingesting, do you think it's safer now versus before?
Maybe for ingredients, maybe dyes and things like that, which seem to be in his crosshairs. I don't know that like high calorie meals and just like bad nutritionally stuff. And of course, I don't know that that should be illegal necessarily. I mean, at some point you have to give free will to your people. So I don't know that a Big Mac should be on the bad list just because it's actually bad for you. Now I get the dyes and things like that. I don't want carcinogens all in my food, but I also want to be able to have that quarter pounder with cheese. Maybe,
No,
maybe I'm
yeah.
just speaking for
I
myself.
think just like the ingredients, like the red 40 or this
Oh
or
yeah, sure.
formaldehyde.
Yeah, it's probably better in that sense of some of the things he's doing, but I don't know about high calorie meals. I think that's still going to be the case. But
Right.
anyway, McDonald's, if you're looking to invest into McDonald's, they're at least doing something that will probably affect their bottom line, which is offer value meals.
Let's look at their
S-
ticker.
Yeah, bring up their ticker. What has it done over the last month, 3 months, something like that?
Okay,
see what we got.
currently it's $315.61. It's up
Okay.
1.23% today.
Today, what about over
Let's
the
look
last
year
month?
to date.
Yeah, year to date. That's a good
Year to date.
one. Move it over a little bit. No, other way. Okay, it's up. It's up. Took a little dip, and now it's
Let's
maybe
look
at
a
its
month.
yearly. Looks like straight up right there. Looks like up only for McDonald's. So, yeah, their strategy seems to be working okay. All right, next up, let's talk with the used Corolla, a wealth building strategy. This is interesting. There's a discussion on wealth building strategies focusing on the idea that wealth is what's left when ego is subtracted from income. The used Corolla symbolizes the concept of spending less and saving more. So, Christine, well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Let me just say this. I am old, okay? You may not be as old as me, but I can remember whenever there was a lot more non-luxury cars on the road, right? You just drive around and you just be like, oh, there's a car that's not a luxury car. Somewhere along the way, I felt like people felt like it was their God-given right to have a Lexus or to have, an expensive car. And then people's need for that started turning into leases, and it started turning into really poor loan terms and things like that. As the economy gets bad, is it not time to go back to the Toyota Corolla wealth building strategy? In other words, might it again become okay to drive a car that is within one's means and not a car that has to be flashy? Okay, maybe it could be flashy, or do you even need to be flashy? Maybe it's okay to drive a Toyota Corolla, but still have a lot of money in the bank. I don't know. Is this a shift that could happen culturally since the economy sucks?
I think that this shift is happening, and I think we talked about it with luxury retailers like purses and jewelry, clothing, high-end boutiques and brands taking a huge hit because of the recession we're heading into or are in. I think that also pertains to cars. And I think personally, this is a topic for me too, because I think we brought it up a couple episodes ago, but I just paid off my car. And then I was like, oh, what car should I get next? Or should I sell this one? Should I just
Yeah.
sit on this one and then buy another? And I think I even told you the car that I was like hoping to get, the Panamera, right? I said that.
Yeah, you talked about that one. We talked about
Yeah.
that and Model X.
And then I
all kinds of-
started being like, wait, do I jump on another like high-end car, or should I just like get something that's,
Or is there anything wrong with your current car? You could just continue to drive it and not take on another payment.
I know. And I think that we've been just socially programmed to just want more all the time and like almost just be so jumpy and just like, okay, I'm done with that. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? And I think I'm trying to rewire and reprogram myself to just be like, hey, I paid it off. That's a huge thing. It was a big
Yeah.
it was a big loan and it's done. Why are you looking to get into another loan? It's
Yeah,
weird.
this would be my suggestion. I really do. Is this financial advice? I don't know.
Maybe.
My suggestion would be wait like at least 6 months, see how it feels to not have a payment.
Yeah.
See how that feels to not have that payment. And when you don't, then on that 7th month, you'll be able to really say like, hey, I enjoy having these several hundred extra dollars a month in the budget, and the
Yeah.
car runs completely smooth. I don't need another car. But there's like social pressure of like, oh my gosh, you have a 10-year-old car or something like that.
Yeah.
There's social pressure to like not have that 10-year-old car and to get something new. And then you get a friend that gets all the new gadgets and whistles and everything on their car. And you got your piece of junk that's not doing all those cool new things. It really does get into a keeping with the Joneses thing. And it's
Yeah.
not good for our pocketbooks.
Exactly. And then especially out here, right? Like in California, I think we're hardwired. We've become hardwired here, and it's not a good thing. And then it's like recognizing that, you need to get out of that whole thing. And I think the recession does remind you. And it's so crazy because I was like, okay, cool. I paid it off. That's a huge milestone. And I didn't even like bask in it really. I was just like, okay, and started looking for Panama. Like, what the hell's my problem?
They got you. They knew
I
they
know.
had you. No, yeah, it is a big deal. Some people never even get to that moment because they literally trade their car in before they get it paid off all the time anyway.
Or
So-
refinance it and keep refinancing.
Correct, and then they never actually own the car. They're basically just renting the car. Very, very interesting. Yeah, the Toyota Corolla strategy. Don't poo-poo that, anybody. Real quick, couple of comments. I see Dr. Raj put, in the end, I think hardware wallets are the safest, or there could be an app that could delete all of our crypto apps from a remote way, which I think that sounds cool. That would have been helpful to you the other day. To like completely wipe the remotely wipe your phone, and you don't even have to worry about the crypto from that standpoint. So,
I did wipe it, right? But I still had to, what was it? It was like I had to track it, and then I had to make sure before I wiped it that it could be all transferred into my new phone. It was like a whole ordeal. And then once I secured that, then I wiped it.
okay, that makes sense. So you could do that, and yeah, for something like the Solana Seeker, you would want something like that since you're telling everybody, hey, I have crypto. What is this?
This is a Toyota ticker year to date. Can you see it?
Move the other way, more.
Why
there
am
we go.
I freaking dyslexic?
Yeah, that looks like I'm gonna call that holding steady. It took a dip in the middle of the chart there. I don't know what the timeline, what the duration is, But yeah, roughly staying the same. So hey, Toyota, there we go. Toyota Corolla looking okay. The other thing I want to say is Innovative said the billboard says $99 a month gets your food budget down. So there you go. You can get your waistline up and your food budget down. And then Cruella de Hills says, Christine's right, our cultural obsession with status symbols and dopamine of getting something new is what's breaking us. And that's right. We always got to have something new. And it's breaking us. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's breaking us. And you know, like the part of the rewiring, I think high-end stuff or luxury brands, I think I pretty much kind of backed away. I still kind of look, but not as much as before. And then now I feel like I've always been a car person, and so it's hard. But in reality, I really need to just be like so happy that I paid off a huge like jumbo loan.
Yes. You're look, I'm speaking into existence. You are no longer a car person. You are a wealth person. You more want to have wealth in your bank account than you want to have the fancy car. And I'm not telling you not to get a fancy car. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, just go a few months without the payment. See how it feels. See how it feels.
I know. And then I have a G-Wagon. Like, I should just be
It's
happy.
a nice car. Yes, G-Wagon's a nice car. There's nothing, and I honestly feel like you could probably get away with driving a G-Wagon for several more years and be still cool, Christine, okay? Because I know that is important to maintain your coolness. All right.
That's crazy. I'm like, I paid it off. I need to maintain my coolness. What other car do I get? That's ridiculous.
Just keep in mind, there's somebody out there that wishes they could get the money to afford a G-Wagon, right? And now you've got that, and it's paid off. I don't know. Seems like you've achieved the dream already to me.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, the Trump dynasty. Okay. Eric Trump. You familiar with him? He's the second oldest son of a gentleman named President Donald Trump. He's leaving the door open for a potential White House run, stirring speculations about a new American political dynasty. Okay. So, Christine, are you all in on Eric Trump being the Republican candidate next time around? Don't worry about J.D. Vance, because I'm sure he would have
I don't know
something to say
about that one.
How come? I agree with you. Let me just say I agree with you, but I want to hear why.
I just feel like I personally don't know what Eric Trump has done. I know I was following a few of his tweets here and there. A lot of them that I saw was like a lot of defensive stuff for his father, obviously, but I don't know.
Okay, let me see if I can put something into words. You can tell me whether you agree with this or not. You may not, and that's okay. I get tired of like families running things. And if you listen to Bernie Sanders, he talks about like, oh, we got to worry about oligarchies and things like that. That's not quite as far as I'm going here, but we had the Bush regime, okay? We got George Bush and George Bush, okay? That's a lot of years of presidencies. We almost had the Clinton regime, 8 years of Bill Clinton, and we were this close to a few years of Hillary Clinton. She, at the least, was a few votes away from this happening. We almost had the Clinton regime out of that. I don't want, and, we talked about even Jeb Bush running for president at some point. I don't necessarily want like one family running the thing for too long. So with Trump, gosh, he's so polarizing. Even if it's the party I may align with more, sometimes I'm just ready to move on to the next thing. And Eric Trump, that'd be the same thing more and again. And it's not like I'm looking to switch to the Dem side or anything, but I don't know. Maybe I've had enough of the Trump last name in the White House. I don't know. Am I way off base here? Bring me back to center. If I am.
No, I feel like, and whether whether you agree with like all the actions this administration has done or not, like I just feel like the media has shoved Trump and his family in our faces for so long, like they almost like drain your energy on that. And whether that's fair to the administration or not, because they've been under a microscope like more than any other administration. I feel like it's just like tiring.
Yeah, they definitely have. But yeah, I think that's just it. I'm tired of the same last names for years and years and years and years. And we've had 8 of Trump, but really it's been 12 because we had 4 of Trump, then we had 4 of Biden. But Trump was in the news every day
Yeah,
for those
I feel
4
like
years.
more than Biden during Biden's administration.
100%, 100%. And then now, of course, 4 more years of Trump. Yeah, look, it could be
Kind of done.
Vance.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be Vance, which will be, a little bit of Trump anyway. He is his vice president,
could
but
be Gavin.
uh, it could be. It could be. Um, okay, before we move on, quick hit: Eric Trump or Gavin.
Oh, are you serious? Then I would have to. That sucks, but I would have
Yeah,
to
it
do
does.
Trump again, and then we'd be
Yeah, I
so
would too.
drained. But then, obviously, as a Californian, I just do not agree with Gavin being president. You guys, like, if you guys aren't from California, it's so crazy to me that I have fellow Californians that are okay with him running. Because this, if you can't run this place correctly, what
You can't
makes you
run
think
one.
you
You
can?
can't run 50.
Yeah. But people are
Right.
like, he's so nice, he's cool, like he has good ideas. I'm like, you guys, it starts here. It starts with your home. This is his home.
Yeah.
So
No, I tend to agree. Hey, Juan Esteban Sierra. He says, hey, friends. Good book
hi.
club member for
Yes.
Juan. All right, next up, let me find it. My battery chips. All right, so there's a new brand of chips, Christine, called Rewind. In the 90s or 2000s, did you ever get a 9-volt battery and touch it to your tongue?
Yes, I did. I think we all did, right?
Everyone did because we were bored and we didn't have a phone in our hands to entertain us. So we started doing
Or to
stupid
tell us
stuff.
that that's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. So we touched the battery to our tongue. Well, there's a new brand of chips called Rewind, and they're launching a flavor of tortilla chips that's called
No.
9-volt battery flavored
No.
tortilla chips. It's a strong acidic flavor at first, and then a mineral taste as its afternotes after
Holy
that.
crap. I would
Get
just feel
some.
like
Get some.
electrocuted every time.
Aren't you a chip connoisseur, if I'm not
I
mistaken? Aren't you?
love chips, but like hot chips.
Yeah, but these are 9-volt battery chips. That's kind of like hot chips.
That's electrocution chips, not hot.
Would you, okay, let me say this. If we had a bag of 9-volt battery chips, would you eat it for the first time here on By
I
the Room or for
I
everyone?
would. Should we do that on here?
We should. We should. Let's look into
Where do
this.
we get it?
I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research, or if somebody is already doing the research for us, because I like it when you guys are doing that. You're doing very good. Yes, tell us where we can get these 9-volt battery chips, and maybe we can eat them right here on air. You know what?
Okay, I'm gonna look.
Maybe even By the Rumor listeners could try it for the first time, and we could have like
Together.
a worldwide. We all hold hands and have a 9-volt. And you know what? We should also do: get a 9-volt battery next to it. No, we
And
didn't need to
taste
do that.
it.
And compare. Yeah, you have to compare whether it's the actual real thing. Okay, so
Is
anyway,
this where we are now, you guys? Like,
yes.
is this where humanity has went? We have a flavor, battery flavor.
This is exactly where we are, and thank goodness. It's a good place to be. All right, lastly on here, why you should delete your browser extensions, okay? So there's an article that showed up the other day on ZDNet, which is a popular tech thing, that was titled, Why You Should Delete Your Browser Extension Right Now. And it says you have options, but the truth is trusting browser extensions is getting harder. So on your desktop, Christine, do you have very many browser extensions? I know you have
I think
MetaMask because I've done this long enough with you to know you have that. Do you have any other extensions that you have installed on your Chrome browser?
Yeah, I think I have 3.
What are they?
Let me check.
Yeah,
How many
check.
do you have?
Oh my goodness.
What?
More than 3.
Which ones?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh my god.
I have 11.
That's a
11.
lot.
Here, I can tell you what they are. I have ad block. Okay. I have is this bad security? Maybe I should just shut my mouth on what's on here. I'm going to shut my mouth of all my, because what if one of these has, what if one of these is, gives like a backdoor Trojan into your computer, and then they're like, I wonder who even has this rare extension. And then I just say every extension I have on, and they're like, oh, well, Voice does.
Oh yeah, and here I am with like 3, and I was about to name them too.
Well, I bet your three are because I'll go ahead and give you one of them: MetaMask, Phantom.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I have that.
Okay, so there's two. Did I get two of your three right there?
Yeah.
And the other one is, I'm guessing for you, it's an email checking extension.
No.
No? Okay. That's what I was going to go with. All right. But yeah, you're right. Maybe we should just hush.
We all have Chrome extension, right?
What do you mean Chrome extension? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I have that.
Okay. Make sure that comes. Like I have the Chrome browser. It doesn't need an extension. It's the browser.
It just says
doesn't
Chrome extension.
That sounds like a virus. You need to look into that. You need to take that off.
You're like, oh
quickly.
God.
That's
Bad
the
news.
one. That's the one it mentions in this in this article. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, careful with your browser extensions, everyone. There could be bad stuff. Because like I could make a browser extension right now, put it on their little store, and make it malicious and make it take over your computer.
That's like what I worry about for our future, and we live in the future now. Is just even when you connect to a coffee shop Wi-Fi, when you plug your phone into
Yes.
the airport, like all that is so dangerous to our data and our information we have on our phone. It's just going to get worse.
Indeed. By the way, Juan says he has a few. Is MetaMask, Wappalizer. I want to say it's Wappalizer because of anyway. TLDV. He has a VPN, AdBlock, and Grammarly on there.
Grammarly.
What's Wappalizer? Is that like wet? Anyway, is that
Oh my God.
is that what Wappalizer is? It completely gives you.
No.
Okay. That's what I think Wappalizer is. Anyway, all right. With that, Christine is going to tell us a little bit about a new app she is working on called Wappalizer. Let's hear it.
Christine's Corner, where the buzz is hot. Crypto trends or the latest pop plot. From gadgets that glow to stars in the sky. If it's on her mind, you know it's gonna fly. So
All
plug
right.
in, tune in.
Juan says it's for marketing stuff. Okay. It does not make anything
Oh.
better at all. So
Good.
unless you really like marketing, if somebody really likes marketing, then it might. But all right. Speaking of marketing, somebody named Swift and Kelce got married or got engaged. And I believe that story was broke right here on By the Rumor, if I remember correctly, last
Oh
Tuesday.
yeah, we got like breaking news.
Breaking news came
Yeah.
in, and you say the betting markets are cashing in. Let's hear about it. Tell me a little bit about
I
this,
knew
Mr. Swift.
You were gonna like this because you're the one that told me about Polymarket.
Yes, yes.
So, as you guys know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged August 26th during our show. Stunning fans everywhere. Well, savvy traders like Voice of DeFi that trade on Polymarket, a trader turned $12,000 into over $52,000 betting on their engagement. He netted more than $40,000, while another user, Romantic Paul, that was his username, made over 3,100 within hours of the announcement. The odds on the engagement jumped from 24% to 41% in a single day, prompting debates over possible insider trading.
No doubt about it. You're telling me if you're in their inner circle, if you're in Travis Kelce's inner circle and you know it's going to happen, you're not going to Polymarket and putting in big bets on there? Of course you are.
You think that there would be laws against insider trading on things like that? Like you could actually bet on, I mean, Polymarket, you could bet on anything, but the insider
this is DeFi.
trading. I know.
This is DeFi, baby. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can, like I said, the other day there was one on what color dildo would be thrown at a WNBA
yeah.
game, and you absolutely could take advantage of that by bringing your own colored dildo of your choice to a WNBA game and profiting off of that. So
That's so crazy because you know that all his friends and her friends went on Polymarket.
Juan again. First of all, innovative says broke, but Juan says prediction markets are not like stock markets, so there is a loophole there, and he's right.
But
He's right.
until there's not.
What do you mean? I mean, there's as long as it's something that I myself could either know about on the inside or in the dildo story. I love that I can just refer to something as a dildo story. In that story, it would allow me to manipulate the outcome on there. And so there isn't like SEC filings that you have to do for insider information or anything like that. It's merely whether something happens or not. And yes, markets cash in. Let me ask this. You just told me that Travis Kelce story about somebody made, what is it, 12,000 to 52,000?
Yeah.
Was that person an insider in your mind, or do you think they just got lucky?
I think they were insider.
I do too.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then what was on Polymarket? It was like, hey, I wonder what the exact bet was. Like, oh, are they getting engaged today?
No, I'll bet you it did have I bet you it did have an end time. So it was probably like gets engaged by the end of September, gets engaged by the end of August or something like that. Don't you think putting $12,000 on something that much out of your control? No way.
Yeah, there's no way. That was his best friend. And then I think this whole thing shows so it shows how modern celebrity news crosses social and financial spheres. So we're going to see a lot, especially that like 12,000 turning into 52,000, that's very tempting to a lot of people. I look at it just like insider trading, which it probably was, because to bet 12 grand on something like that, you had to know. But it's going to invite a lot of other people to just start betting on Polymarket and a lot of celebrity news.
I just looked on Polymarket and there's a new one on there. It says Christine Barnum likes the battery chips.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's yes or no. It's weird. Would you bet on that?
No.
Give me the inside info. Gosh.
I'll text it to you.
Yes, please. Yes. Tell me, you can try it and tell me whether you actually like it or not. That should see, there's an outcome that we could have right there. So let me say this. Let's say of course you can't use Polymarket here in the United States, but let's say there was some magical way that you could use it within the United States. Would you or will you ever bet on anything on Polymarket? Because I know you've sports bet before and you love pop culture. You should have bet on, this is a bet that you should have taken already.
I know. Did you?
I did not. But Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are not something. I know sports better than I know this, and I understand this is kind of sports, but I don't know this well enough to. Okay, I admit it was my $12,000. No,
you're like, it was actually me.
Right? No. Will you do it? That's what I want to know.
I feel like I would. I feel like that's a fun way to bet. Is like, all the celebrity TMZ status news and finance meet together. It's like a fun way. Would I ever do $12,000? No, but
well, it sounds to me like you've got a little extra spending money per month because you have a paid off car and that's going right to Polymarket.
Yeah, maybe. You're right.
There you go.
Financial advice.
No, not financial advice, but financial possibilities. If you wanted to, you could. Isn't this like the devil on your shoulder? You got the devil and the angel on your shoulder, and I'm like, use that money.
Yeah, I should be paying off like some credit cards or saving. You're like, put it on Polymarket.
Put it on Polymarket and give. All it takes is one win. You're one bet away from immense riches. Yes.
Yes.
I'm being a bad influence. I won't do that. I won't do that. All right. With that, anything else you want to add into that before we cover a little birthdays and then move on?
Okay. Just real quick, I was fascinated by this story about people taking photos and video. Viral video shows a mysterious objects being tossed from the White House window. Isn't that so weird?
I can't really see the picture. Oh, okay. I see they're circling things. Is it a big object? That looks like it could be big.
Yeah.
Is it a body?
No, I don't know what they're getting rid of. So strange.
Weird. You got to be careful showing that on there. I saw a little pop-up toast on there, and I don't know if you get text that you don't want to have on there, but anyway.
Meh.
Okay. Well, that one wasn't, but you never know. All right, let's move to some birthdays. All right, let me bring up the birthdays on here. Happy birthday to all these people that have had a birthday today. The first one is a Cuban-American singer. That is way too loud. First one is a Cuban-American singer, actress, and businesswoman. She started off as the lead singer for the Miami Latin Boys, which later became known as the Miami Sound Machine. She experienced worldwide success with hit songs like Conga, Rhythm Is Gonna Get You, and 1, 2, 3. Who is turning 68 today, Christine?
Who is? Gloria Estefan.
That is Gloria Estefan.
Wow, that was a wild guess for me.
That's good. That is good. Which song of those would you have recognized? To me, it's "Rhythm Is Gonna Get You." I would know that one.
Didn't she have like a song that was
Conga.
like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, that one. Just mention that, and then Conga. Da, 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 da. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. It was an amazing rendition of it that I just gave you. You just don't realize it.
Yeah, you're
All
like
right.
you're just dumb.
Right, for not knowing that. All right, how about this gentleman? He was a Canadian professional wrestler. During his, you might want to listen to this because the last sentence is the aha moment. During his wrestling career, he became the National Wrestling Alliance Georgia champion, a NWA, not that NWA, NWA Southern Heavyweight Memphis champion, as well as many other championships. He is the father of actor and former professional wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So happy birthday. You wouldn't know this. Happy birthday, Rocky Johnson, who turned 81 today, who his most famous thing he ever did was have a son named Dwayne Johnson.
That
Any
reminds
sense?
me of Talladega Nights. That scene when he's like, "All you've ever done is have had a hot daughter."
There, see?
Yeah.
That sometimes you got to put that on your LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Wait, I almost messed it up. I almost said who this is. This is an American. Actually, I'm going to do this one in character for you. Okay? This is going to be the stupidest part of the show, but I'm going to do it. I can't do it. Forget it. This is an American television personality, author, former psychologist. He first gained celebrity status with an appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show in the late 90s. In 2002, he launched his own syndicated show, and he thinks you need to get real, Christine. No more of the phone all the time. You got to get real. I'm telling you. I'm
Why
a
does-
doctor.
Dr. Phil.
You got to get real. I am Dr. Phil. That's not a good Dr. Phil. I'm sorry. But anyway, he turned 75 today. Dr. Phil is 75.
I think it was good because I found out who it was.
That's true. That's true. But I also said the Oprah Winfrey Show. I don't know if that led you down that path or anything
Nah.
like that. No. Okay.
It was an accent only.
I completely nailed it so much that you got it. All right. Let me do one quick thing, and I'm going to change my lower third because I always forget that. And with that, let's do some voice lessons right now.
Voice lessons, you'll hear it loud and clear. Tech and crypto wisdom, the truth is here. Big thoughts, bold moves, cutting through the haze. When the voice speaks up, you'll be amazed. So listen up.
All right. So every time whenever I'm going to do the voice lesson segment, I look for something that's going to blow your mind of wow, this is really the future. And sometimes I probably do better on that than others. This one I feel like is really a future thing that we need to know about. FlexIC's. And if you're wondering what FlexIC's are, that is a flexible integrated circuit. And this could be the future of smart everything. Check this out. Right now, to make a computer chip, we have to have these big monstrosity of manufacturing plants, and they could cost billions of dollars and take a long time to build. But there's these new flexible integrated circuits that they can actually be, call it printed on flexible surfaces, fabric, plastics, okay? So you can actually have them as low-cost, eco-friendly processes. This enables us to have smart everything from packaging to wearables, all on curved surfaces. So right now, the thing we're addicted to, our phone, it's got a microchip in there. It's very rigid. It can't bend, okay? It can't do anything like that. So if you have anything right now that's a smart Internet of Things device, it has a rigid microchip in it already. Well, these flexible integrated circuits will allow the actual circuit, the actual computer chip, to be bendable. okay, which to me sounds amazing. We can do smart packaging. We can do wearables. We can do logistics tracking. All of this in a very slim form factor. And even more, it's cheaper to make. This is big to me because right now America is so far behind NVIDIA because of chip making. So any company that invests in this type of technology could be the next up. And since this is by the rumor, I thought I would do one better than just tell you what it is. And I'm going to tell you some tickers, Christine, of people that are already starting to do this stuff.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is big. The first one is, get this, it's for flexible integrated circuit. Their ticker is FLEX, Flex.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
Yeah, global electronic manufacturing service involved in producing flexible PCBs and flexible electronic solutions. They're currently at 5279. But if you will look, are you looking them up right now? Zoom out to, if you go to 1 month, you will see that they have really went up quite a bit. Let's see.
Oh, so we're late.
No, because it's only they've only went up almost $2 over the last month. Okay, but in the last week is where most of that happened. Matter of fact, if I go to 5 days, I don't know, it's more in the last like 2 weeks that it's went up the most. But again, on these things, I don't know that you're late on these, but these things really can, I think, be industry changing. The next one, NXPI, the chip maker and co-inventor of NFC. You know how you pay in Apple Pay with your phone? Okay, since we're addicted to our phones, we know that we can pay with our phone. Well, that's an NFC chip, and NXP Semiconductors is the co-inventor of that. Their current price is $227.46. That's NXPI, and they've went up 7% over the last month, okay, and 10% year to date. They're at $227. So these are things that are already seeing in the market answer to these. Next is Insurge Micropower. That's ENSGU. Formerly, they were called Thin Film Electronics, and they're having printed roll-to-roll NFC tags and smart labels. They used to trade on Oslo. What's that, Christine?
What the heck
What's
is
Oslo?
that? So you said ENSGU?
Look up under just ENSU. Just look under ENSU. I think I got you an OTC one here, which I know you love.
Is it?
What says it's on Oslo and OTCQB markets.
OTCQB. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So what is I don't have a current price for this ENSU. Grok did not find that for me.
I know. I just pulled it up. $1.28, under $5.
Okay. So it's cheap. What's it done over the last month or so?
Let's do last month. Okay, so it's down a bit. I mean, but that's good. But year to date, it's doing well.
Okay. Either way, flexible integrated circuits, I think, are a big thing. Some other ones that you might know about: Samsung, Panasonic, 3M, E-Ink Holdings, Pragmatic Printing, Blue Spark, all of those, which are some more major players, they all are shaping the flexible electronics market. So this could really be a big thing. You're already seeing flexible displays, and we've seen that with foldable phones, and I've even seen rollout TVs that literally roll out like a scroll in your living room. Now you could actually have a flexible computer chip, okay? Because when those flexible TVs comes, it's just the display that's flexible. The actual computer chip is still rigid. Now we can have flexible flexible computer chips, and there's so many things we could do. For instance, as maybe an analogy, did you know soon your battery in your car, so an EV, the battery will actually be the body. The body itself will be the battery. It won't be a whole bunch of batteries at the bottom. It'll actually be your door is made of battery, okay? So this will give you an idea. If you can do that with EVs, with these flexible microchips, you'll be able to put processors in things that are not square shaped or are not rectangle shaped. There's so many things that you'll be able to do with this, and I think we as investors should look into companies that are investing into this kind of technology now. I'm not saying it'd be the next NVIDIA, but I am saying you should look into whatever's the next thing. Right.
So
What
are
if-
you investing?
I know about this from 24 hours now, but
But are you going to?
maybe
Which one?
we'll see. If I were to look at this, I'd probably go with the Flex, okay, which is 52.79, and I would probably wait for a little bit of a pullback here because it does seem to hang out around the $50 mark right now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'd take a look at it.
That's pretty
There's a-
cool. I do want to tell you before I forget, we may have an in to the convention.
Oh, for for the
CES.
CES.
Yeah.
Man, I am interested in that. I've always wanted to go to CES. There
Me
are
too.
technology, video games, sports. It's got everything there, all with technology. So yes, if you've got an in, we'll talk about that offline. I'm definitely interested in that. But yeah, that's flexible, integrated circuits. Put it on your radar, not necessarily from even investing, but you could look on into investing. But I do think you will start seeing these things over the next decade where it's going to be, and you may not even know you're seeing it, but I do think flexible circuits no longer a need to be rigid or anything like that, could even be on clothing. And if I want to get to the nefarious side of things, and on data collection. So everything you're doing could have a microchip involved in it. Don't you think like the James Bond spy game can get really good these days because you can have so many things that are technologically advanced that you can have microchips on them and things like that you couldn't before?
That'd freaking be awesome. Or have they been there before? We're just late to the game because we're just civilians.
We're just regular old people. We're getting to the end of the show, but one thing I want to shout out is everybody that's listening. We have had better discussion within the chat room than we ever have before.
Yeah.
And it creates a better show, I feel like. So thank you to anybody that's been listening and putting on comments while we're talking on here. It really, I mean, I'm sure you agree, Christine, we'd like to have like a back and forth, right? With the people that are putting in comments on there. And, we've kind of done that.
We want to hear your guys' thoughts. So thank you guys for using this chat. We've been trying to like push everyone, like you guys use the chat so we could hear your thoughts. And you guys were doing it today big time. So thank you.
Yes. That's it's the most it's ever happened, and I hope it gets to a point where it's rather common. Usually, if you say something that is at least halfway pertinent to what we're talking about, I will bring it up on here, and then we'll talk about it. Now, sometimes I may see it a little bit late. For instance, Dr. Raj, I mentioned his hardware comment, a hardware wallet comment after we had already covered that topic, but that doesn't matter. We can always circle back like that. So, and I'll try to keep a better eye on that chat as well. All right, Christine, anything else we need to do before we wrap this thing up? Because next week we are doing episode 25, okay? Some people say that's a quarter of 100. It's a lot.
That's
a lot of
you
episodes.
guys. We're so consistent here.
We are pretty consistent.
It's hard work because Voice and I are very busy, but we love doing the show, and I'm so excited that we're in the double-digit numbers, and we're a quarter into 100. Also, make sure you buy your Powerball ticket.
Oh, yeah. 1.1 billion, right? Something like that?
1.3 billion.
1.3 billion. And when it was 1.1, the lump sum take home was about 500 million. So that's not, I mean, it's good, but that's a lot of money to give up.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday, I know. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. Because I'll lose my train of thought with my ADD. But there was 9 winners yesterday with 5 of the numbers, but no Powerball. And there was I think 4 of them were in California, and then quite scattered through a few states, but 9 of them, and each was $1 million, I believe. And then the ones in New York, they do an option called Power Play, and they got 2 million instead of 1. I don't know what Power Play is, but my thought is, if I won that, if we won the billion, 1.3, I would just take the monthly. But did they try to kill you off?
No, here's my thought on the monthly is you're really subject to inflation then, right? Because what $1.1 billion is worth right now, will that same amount be worth a whole lot
30 years.
Correct, exactly. Is a sandwich going to cost 1.1 billion then? So I don't know, just something to think about after the US dollar tanks and Bitcoin becomes the world's currency reserve. And now you're stuck
How much
with
would
this.
the payout be though, Boyce? Like, because it's 30 years and they said that there's an increase. If you do the monthly, there's an increase. So that helps with the inflation.
Here's the thing. If you win 1.3 billion, regardless of how you divide it up, you're probably pretty good. You're probably...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I do believe that if more people took it in a monthly, it would last longer than a lot of these. I saw those documentaries that all these people that won, they're just like, it's gone.
I would put it all in the Trump corruption coin. And then,
You're funny. Wait, so are you playing?
I'm going to. I have not played yet, but I would like to. I would like to.
Yeah. Imagine getting all. I mean, I would still be happy. All the white numbers. So 5 of those, but not the Powerball. Upsetting, but still cool because you won $1 million.
I will play. I'm gonna play. Okay, 2 things I'm gonna do. These are my 2 homework items from Buy the Rumor episode 24. I want to buy a Powerball ticket and I want to find battery flavored chips for us to try live on here. So that's my 2 things. By the way, one other chat person that I feel like I have to shout out here. His name is Nobody Even. Okay, and you know him, Christine. That's Toyota.
Yeah, I just saw. Hi, Toyota.
Yeah, it says glad I stumbled across you guys' show. It says glad to see you guys are well. So yeah, what's up, Toyota, or what's up, Nobody? Either way, we are glad to have you on here too. Always loved having you on here whenever we used to do spaces. But now we do video, and we're trying to stay up with the times. So
yeah, we're just trying to keep up, guys.
Exactly.
I like this though.
I do too. If nothing else, I really do mean this. Even though you and I get crazy busy, it's like this keeps me just in the thick of things. Keeps me in the trenches, as some people may say.
Yeah.
Keeps me doing things.
Okay, well, I hope you guys win in Powerball. It'd be awesome if like one of us or somebody in the community, our community, wins. Don't forget about us. Yeah, good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everybody. I hope I win. I hope you win. Hope everybody wins. But I really want 1.3 billion. And I would do lump sum, by the way. I would do a lump sum. Not the other way. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, you're doing good either way. All right. With that, we will be back next week for episode 25. Christine has stayed hydrated this entire time. So till then, peace.
Digital hive. Stop attacking a renegade code. This is the path where the bold explode. Behind the charts, the story unfolds. Fortunes are built in the data it holds. From crypto skies to entertainment streams, pushing the edge, chasing dreams unseen. By the roar, the story unfolds. Fortunes are built in the data it holds. From crypto skies to entertainment streams, pushing the edge, chasing dreams unseen. By the rumor where the silence screams, in a world of risks and electric dreams. Become the future, take the ride. Sharp minds up on the darker side. Sharp minds up on the darker side. Don't lie, but the faces do. Watch the market sway like it's testing you. The gossip's currency is hard to ignore. Behind locked doors lies so much more.